So the companies and those who invest in them and lend to them, who are part of the solution, will be rewarded. But those who are lagging behind and are still part of the problem will be punished.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Mark Carney. He's put his name in the hat to run for Liberal leadership, which would essentially make him Prime Minister of Canada. He's never had a vote from a Canadian to be elected into any position, so he'll be selected, not elected, by the Liberal Party members. So there's that. But before we get started, please like this video, comment down below what you think, and subscribe. I got monetized December 24th. My dog's birthday is February 23rd, so all the money the channel makes between now and February 23rd will be going to my dog, and she'll get to spend it on however she wants. So, with that out of the way, let's get into it. The campaign got off to a rough start with these pictures of Mark Carney socializing with Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's girlfriend and accomplice, being shared on social media. According to this article from the Toronto Sun, the Carney campaign immediately got on the defensive, saying they are not friends. And in typical Liberal fashion, the Carney campaign accepted no responsibility for his actions. They in fact blamed Pierre Poilievre and the Conservatives for circulating the pictures. This is another example of how Pierre Poilievre and his advisor have always played politics, and it shows again how terrified they are to fight Mark Carney, a source close to Carney told the Toronto Sun. As a child, the woman you reference went to the same high school as Mr. Carney's wife's sister. While they had bumped into each other in public settings, including the 11-year-old photos you sent, they are not friends. I can get behind that. Nothing's worse than running into your wife's sister's friend from high school 40 years after you finish high school. So awkward. But let's look at how he launched his campaign on The Daily Show with Jon Stewart.
A wild hypothetical. Let's say the candidate wasn't part of the government. Let's say the candidate did have a lot of economic experience. Let's say the candidate did deal with crises. Let's say the candidate had a plan to deal with the challenges in the here and now.
Sneaky, you're running as an outsider.
I am an outsider.
Yeah, that's a great plan. Distance yourself from the Liberals and Justin Trudeau. But it had me thinking about this one interview I saw with Chrystia Freeland.
I speak with Mark often about that. I speak with him often. He's actually my son's godfather.
Yes, that is Justin Trudeau's failed finance minister, Chrystia Freeland, the same one that promised the deficit wouldn't be over $40 billion, and then came out and released a $61.9 billion deficit. Well, actually, she didn't release it. She resigned the day that it was supposed to come out, and that basically led to the downfall of Justin Trudeau. Watch her here not answer when she was questioned about the deficit.
Officials have leaked to the media that the deficit will be $60 billion or more. So is it going to be that, higher, or lower?
Mr. Perkins, because a Conservative filibuster has blocked the work of our Parliament.
Minister, the only filibuster is your unwillingness to produce the documents.
No,
but I would ask you a simple question. Is the deficit going to be higher or lower than the $60 billion your officials have leaked to the media?
I think that it is very important not to cast any doubt on Canada's financial credibility. So I want to take this opportunity to be very clear that Canada's fiscal position is strong and sustainable and continues,
yes or no, it's a simple question.
To be
why won't you answer whether or not it'll be above or below 60 billion? Did you?
Okay, I know what you're thinking. Justin Trudeau picked a journalist to be finance minister that has nothing to do with Mark Carney. But listen to what Chrystia Freeland says in this next interview.
Mark is a friend of a personal friend, of very long standing. He's someone who I talk to often and whom I've talked to often about economic policy since becoming finance minister. I had a long conversation with him over the weekend. It's really great for our team to have Mark providing advice to the Liberal Party so that we can support Canada and Canadians.
Okay, so outsider Mark Carney was actually giving advice to Chrystia Freeland, the finance minister that blew the budget out of the water? The ties to the Liberal Party don't end there for outsider Mark Carney. He was actually advising Prime Minister Justin Trudeau on the COVID-19 economic response. During that time, Mark Carney posted this article to the Globe and Mail where he says, "It's time to end the Freedom Convoy in Ottawa by enforcing the law and following the money. Which brings us back to Chrystia Freeland, the mother of Mark Carney's godson.
So you're confirming that accounts have been frozen, both personal and corporate, but you're not releasing the information. And the actual follow-up is, I'm just wondering whether the bank accounts will be targeted of individuals who donated to the Give, Send, Go and the GoFundMe campaigns. Are they considered designated people under the Emergencies Act, meaning that their credit cards could be cut and financial services are targeting them as well?
Okay, so the names of both individuals and entities, as well as crypto wallets, have been shared by the RCMP with financial institutions, and accounts have been frozen, and more accounts will be frozen.
Okay, that's a bit of a red flag. Was it actually Mark Carney's idea to freeze the bank accounts of Canadian citizens? Speaking of citizenship, when we're looking at other Liberals running for Prime Minister, you think of Chandra Arya. He's an Indian-born member of the Liberals, and people are saying, no, 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 you should only be a Canadian citizen when you run for Prime Minister. Even the Liberals attacked Andrew Scheer when he ran for the leader of the Conservative Party because he was a dual citizenship. But Mark Carney actually has 3 citizenships, Canadian, UK, and Irish. Listen to him in this interview where he actually calls himself European.
As a European, I am a European,
European.
actually.
Oh, you are?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
oh.
I'm an Irish citizen. Yeah, so
Oh,
there
welcome.
you go.
Welcome.
Speaking as a European, I like to say the following.
Okay, so that's Mark Carney. I don't know if it's going to be any different than Justin Trudeau. Seems the same, if not worse. I mean, if you put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig, right? Let me know down in the comments what you think about this. Do you want Mark Carney to be our next Prime Minister? Also, like this video and subscribe. That's going to be all today. Thanks for watching.